What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rock. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, ego is one of those things that literally can hold so many people back. It's something that held me back in a lot of ways. It took me a while to realize this and what was really going on, because oftentimes I don't understand how the ego held me back or how my ego held me back until after I've already moved forward and then I look back. Now, y'all know I'm a music artist and I've been over here making content on YouTube for years now. And I always talk about how I gotta pivot and I gotta grow and I gotta do things that'll get me over the hump, because when I'm looking at my numbers sometimes it's easy for me to look at it and say, okay, this isn't what I want. These past couple of days I did some reflecting on some things from my journey as a music artist and a content creator. And I was looking back at some of the moments. One of these moments as a music artist was a time where my music was starting to really pick up some traction. I was starting to get a lot of people to come in and start to hear my music and become a fan of me and follow me all over social media. And it was a really good moment. I was excited, things was going well and everything. People was hitting me up and they was very inspired. People was asking me like, yo, how do you get where you are? I wanna be where you are. And all that was going on. And yes, I was appreciative, but I was like, bro, I'm broke. I'm not making any money. What are you talking about? I'm getting this many streams, but I want 1 million streams. I want 10 million streams, so this isn't anything. And that was my ego talking. At the time, I didn't realize that I was just being me at the moment, you know, having ambitious dreams. After that fact, looking back and I'm saying like, okay, it was hard for me to understand what was really going on because, like I said, it wasn't my goal. And I realized that I don't ever look at the in-between sometimes. Sometimes I get caught up in only the goal and that's it. Nothing else matters. So like the way up and these little moments in between, yes, they're exciting, but it doesn't mean anything until I get the goal. So if that goal is 1 million subscribers or 1 million streams or $1 million, sometimes I don't look at it as a goal or at I'm actually doing well until I reach those goals. And so recently I looked back and I said that was my ego. My ego was acting, and also with those strategies that was working to get me where I wanted, if I felt like it was reaching a cap, even if it was just a matter of time before I continued to implement those strategies, it would have got me to the level I wanted to get to. I was like, okay, this isn't enough. So I gotta pivot, I gotta change, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And then after the fact, when I move forward, I look back and I say, yo, everything was going well. Even though things might be going well even after the pivot. But then I look back and I say, things was going better at that point, quote unquote, maybe not, but it felt like that. And so then it makes me think, well, damn, what made me pivot in the first place? Not paying attention to the present moment at all. It was my ego thinking, okay, I need to change so that I could grow to the next level because this is getting me here. I want to get here. I need to go ahead and pivot. And that's why I say ego is the key to self-destruction. It's really like a self-sabotaging thing, because I realized that ego never allows me to look at the present moment and be appreciative and grateful for that moment. It always makes me think about what could be or what has been. And that's never the key to really becoming successful and seeing the amount of success that you want to see. The key is to stay present, just enjoying the process, being yourself throughout the entire journey, not doing things for any external validation. And that's something that's very hard, especially when I've been going so hard at pivoting and doing this and being so in the future and looking back at the past. Sometimes I don't really look too much at the past, but I really struggle with looking at the future and living within the future, doing things that'll give me the outcome I want for the future and not paying attention to the present and how it's actually working. Because like I said, when I set a goal, that's for the future. But then I want that future to come now, but I have to go through the present moment now so I can reach that future point and actually align myself to actually cross paths with my goals that I want in the future. Ego will rob us from so much joy and happiness and gratitude along the journey. When we want success, if we're not happy or grateful during the journey, we're gonna quit, we're gonna stop. And as creatives, we do hit these burnout moments. I hit these burnout moments very regularly, and sometimes I feel worse than other times, but ultimately it all comes down to ego. Why do I lack patience? Because my ego says I should be where I want to be right now. Why do I lack being present? It's because my ego wants the future right now. But I realize that wanting to be present is really the ultimate goal, because when you reach these goals, when you have a goal for 1 million subscribers or $1 million or 1 million streams, by the time I reach that 1 million streams, I'm gonna want 5 million streams. So I'm gonna be working towards the next goal. So therefore, I'll never be present if I had that mindset. It'll never be enough success. It'll never be enough money. It'll never be enough streams if I had that mindset instead of just being being present and just doing what I love in the first place and offering value to anybody that come across my content or my music. But being myself and just living in the present moment and just doing what I want to do every single day will allow me to be present and just enjoy the day-by-day process. And over time, I'll be living the life that I dream of living. But it was all through repetition, through being present and just doing what I loved every single day. And that'll get me over the hump. But I hope this video helps some of y'all that's maybe going through the same things that I'm going through when it comes to being present, pushing my ego to the side when it comes to this whole journey, because I know that if I allow my ego to make me move course or change direction or make certain decisions for whatever I'm doing, I'm not going to be able to do this for long. And it's going to rob me from every bit of joy that I get from creating content and making music, and it just won't be sustainable. Peace, y'all.
He got an alibi and he won't abide to no law. I know it's fucked up, but he won't hesitate to go send a nigga to a law. Young nigga with rag ties in the back of a Maybach. Put in work, whole fam gon' eat. I've been going to work on eat. All grind, no sleep, I stay low key. And you know I be rolling with killers, they really gorillas. Only the realest, you know that we winning. I feel like I